we are going live. Vika versus Gameslayer today. While we wait, let's go and show some stats. Vika, the #1 seeded player. Gameslayer, the #8. Gameslayer had a big win in the last round over Norman, the current world champion. We'll see if he can get another big one over the tournament favorite. I'm just waiting for my TTS to load, and it is not doing it. It looks like my TTS just crashed. Alright. Well, let's fire it up again. So you can see the decks that these people brought. Oh, is there an update that I think TTS needs to update? Alright, there we go. So yeah, like a lot of very interesting decks. These two players, very good. Both of them won seasons in the cycle leading up to this Invitational. But both of them on a few decks that we would definitely consider off meta. I'm really excited to see what the bans are going to be. I know Vika's. I don't know Gameslayers. Oh, I just got Gameslayers. Alright, so Gameslayers banned Kiadimundi. Vika has banned Psy Snoodles. I'm going to go and move to the main game screen while I set up my camera angles. Yeah, so Vika just asked me if Gameslayer banned anything, which he did. But I'm going to wait for him to join the room and announce it. I think that is going to be my camera 1. And that is going to be my camera 2. Alright. Alright, let me just get Gameslayer's ban up on stream for you guys to see. There we go. It is Kiadimundi, who I think I made a mistake. I think a stream ago I said Leia was the most banned character. At the time, she was actually tied with Kiadimundi. Kiadimundi is actually now, I believe, been banned more times, which makes sense. He's in a lot of the top decks. Obi Cam, Cramps, he's all over. He's really, really strong. Vika making the interesting choice to ban Psy Snoodles just because he doesn't want to play against those kinds of shenanigans. See what ends up happening. You're just waiting for Gameslayer to join. I'm going to go and pull the stats back up. Vika, an impressive 1960 elo, almost over the 2000 barrier. I believe he, at one point in the season, at one point in the cycle at least, he was over 2000. But good for 1960 at the end, which is the highest among people that qualified for this tournament. 31 wins, the 4th highest at a 79% win rate, the 2nd highest. Big numbers all around. Gameslayer had an elo of 1880, which was good for the 8th highest. 20 wins, only the 10th. He only played in a few seasons. At a 54% win rate, which is kind of middle of the pack. But he did win season 46. Vika also won season 43. I believe Vika also came second in 1 or 2 seasons. So both these players, very experienced, good at converting in top cuts. And here they are in the winners round 2. Let me see if I can pull up the bracket. This is not a fully accurate bracket. It's a bit behind, but not by much. Actually, I haven't even reported that Vika won. So Vika beat Jeff Olivia, so you should see Vika against Gameslayer. Gringo beat or Randomanda beat Stevdev, so you should see him against Gringo. And Stevdev won this losers bracket match against E-Killer. I think those are all the corrections. Yeah. But yeah, so the winner of this game gets to face Malicious Malak. Not an enviable opponent. Alright, Gameslayer said he would be there in 10 minutes ago, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, there he is. Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna... Alright, I just told them what the bands were. Is incel really a banned word on Twitch? I'm pretty sure I've heard people on Twitch say incel before. Alright, let's see. Are they waiting for me? That's the other chatting. Gameslayer says, damn, I think that was the best thing you could have, best ban you could have made with a lot of misspellings. Was hoping it'd fly under the radar. Now I gotta think. That lineup seems awesome. From Vika, that lineup seems awesome. I want to build a deck with them now. So the lineup he's talking about was Kira, Sai, and the RGR and Thug Druid. So Vika's dropped the deck down. It's the mill deck. All right. Different version of the mill deck than what's been popular. We've seen like all sorts of yellow versions of mill, and then I ran the rainbow. Or what is it? Yeah, I ran Leia Grease Padawan. Vika's on Leia Max Padawan. We've also seen like Leia Max or Leia Grease Anakin. I think Leia Grease Max. And like Leia Grease. I think there was another 8-point yellow that was popular or something. Or I think Garza was in there for a while. Or I don't know. There's been Figuring Dan's been in there. I believe this is the first time we've seen like this version, at least on stream. So I'm you know, I mean it's Mill, so can't be too excited, but it'll be interesting. Gameslayer's a great player, so I'm sure he'll make it competitive. Well, Gameslayer decides it's going to show like what his options are. He's got Yoda Roken. That second deck is banned. Ahsoka Callus, Cad Newt, which he won against Norman with in the last round. Sabine Kanan, the Azel Insel deck, Targan Talzin, which he's a big fan of. Obi Callus, saw Janna in the Pyre DWM's deck, which he also won against Norman with. I want to see the Saw deck come out, especially if he's reading the mill. That would be amazing. All right, he's got a deck down, and it's Ahsoka Callus. Okay. So he says, there we go. Didn't have it downloaded. So this is literally the first time trying it. All right. Callus was banned in his match against Norman. He brought a couple different Callus decks. Let's see if he can make it work against Mill. I'm a big fan of the Page and Padawan and Mill decks, but I also am a big fan of Grease. It'll be interesting to see how a Leia Mill deck without autofocus works, because I mean we had the Garza one was big last format. That one had Garza's autofocus. Let's see, I need to adjust this camera angle a bit actually. There we go. Some interesting draws on both sides. Vika opening with the Morai, which will help him get those charm tokens down. But it'll also make it harder to afford his first aid. He's got the U-belt also, which could be interesting. Gameslayer, ooh, he's deciding to keep the lightsaber pull and throw everything else back. Lightsaber pull is an additional cost against the mill deck. Ooh, he's deciding to keep Obi Saber instead. Ooh, he draws into the Obi Ahsoka Jarkai combo. That's pretty much the ideal combo. All right. It looks like Gameslayer's won the roll-off. We're going to Cloud City. And training lightsaber comes down on Ahsoka, which will help a lot against Mill, because it'll allow you to pull your stuff out of the discard. And it also lets you just get Ahsoka online with only one weapon, of which he has two in hand. Alright, they're just wishing each other luck. And we're going to start with the Cloud City, which is going to get rid of one of those motivates if Gameslayer so chooses. Or actually, it's not even. It's just going to deal an indirect. He doesn't have a pilot. I forgot. But it does do a Callus indirect. He just said, all right. Saying he can't spot a pilot. All right. And let's see, is he going to get the Callus indirect? Oh, looks like he already took out one of those shields. All right, here comes the Max Rebo. Old school bad blood here. Yeah. Arguably the two best non-American players in the game. Motivate. Is that how that works? Yeah. Oh, yes, character dice. I thought it was red character dice for a second, but it's not. All right, Callus rolls the resource here, which means Vika is going to get the Ahsoka Saber plus the Jarkai this turn. The value of which cannot be understated, unless, of course, Leia rolls into the discard here. Which she does not. Woof. If I'm Gameslayer, yeah, I mean, you could want to, there's, I think he was thinking about pacifying that resource because he knows there's a second motivate. Yeah. Platform says, so true, two best for sure outside of the US. Something to be said about Vika being a legend of the game. Yeah, Vika, he's been at it for a while. I believe he has the most league wins of any player. Hippo might be challenging him for that, though. Hippo is also, I think, in the best in the contender for best non-American player. But he's been out of the game for a bit, I think. All right, here comes the Padawan with the U-belt. It's the 2 shield. That's what you want to see, and the discard. That's what you want to see. But Ahsoka is loaded. Oh, we're just gonna pacify the 2 shields, which is gonna, I don't know. It's an interesting move. I don't know. It depends on which character you're gonna go for first, because you're essentially you're spending 1 card out of hand to save 1 card out of deck, because there's 2 shields either way. And the other thing you're getting is the directionality. So it's probably a sign that he's not gonna go for Padawan. Gameslayer likes to set you up for the kill. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, stream might have buffered there for a second. Oh. Alright, I think we're fine now. Alright, Ahsoka. Rolling in. That is a really good roll. That Ahsoka Saber 2 is actually 4. I imagine I'll put the shields on max here because you have the first aid in hand. Yep. But Gameslayer knows he has that first aid. Thanks for streaming, RT. Of course. All right, Gameslayer gonna do that. I believe Callus doesn't let you spot. Yeah, you don't get to spot the characters, so you don't actually get to resolve and motivate. But he does get to discard it for free and do an indirect, which the indirect is going to go on the Padawan, interestingly enough. The Morai with the charm. Morai, for your blue characters. His dealt damage you may activate this support, then you may resolve this die. So he's just activating it normally. Or no, actually no, he does. He actually took the indirect on Padawan, so he does get to interrupt by doing that. Going to the money. Wow. I respect it. I think it makes sense, right? Oh. One second. Alright, sorry, stream's having a few issues. I just did something that hopefully will fix them. Alright. So, what was happening? Oh wow, did Gameslayer forget about the first aid? Or maybe he just doesn't care. Dang. Well, I mean, he knew about it. He revealed the hand multiple times. He had to have known. Dang. Oof. Blank it out. See if he takes the reroll. He does. That's. I mean, you'll take that money for sure. That should actually be 3 money. Thank you to the ARH team for keeping the game alive in 2023. Oh, Vika forgot the layup power action. Oof. Both players messing things up. What's that? That's Phoenix Nest. Ooh, that is a ballsy include. Haven't seen that one like really at all. And also Crate Dragon Bones. That's a thing that's it's sort of found its way out of most Callus lists. But Gameslayer obviously thinks it's good enough. Here comes Leia with the 2 discard, and that just balanced the force right away to get rid of that. So Vika also has a balance the force in his hand. Right now the balance of cards is 5 to 5. Alright, now we're gonna get a Leia PA. And it is gonna hit. Oh, and if he had gotten the Leia PA last turn, it would have been a 4. Oof. And now it's a 0 this turn. The only game starts a secret combo with Phoenix Nest. I don't know. I think it's just value. Gameslayer asking if he wants to play it. Just to get the shields. I don't think he does. Yeah. Oh, he does. If I can play in this mill deck very defensively. Yeah, here comes the bones. Which is actually going to tip the balance the force in favor of Gameslayer, which means Vika's going to get the full benefit when he plays it. Here comes the Padawan. It's the discard and the dollar. Dollar isn't going to get him much. I think we're just going to see, yep. It's all the 0s and 1s in Vika's hand. That's a 1. So this can mean a mill and an indirect from Gameslayer, from Callus. Hits the Wooher. Wooher, not super relevant right now. I'm just going to do an indirect, which should be a Morai trigger. Yep. Morai trigger, I don't know, it's not even doing a ton. Gets the focus, which I guess can go to 2 shields maybe? Ooh, he's charming his own Padawan, which means he gets to do the trick with Max. So he's gonna flip it to the 2 shields, power action Max, get the 2 shields. What are they saying in chat? They're saying something. Oh, they're not actually. He has to name the system. And then he still has that 2 shields out there for later. Man. I think you gotta seriously be considering the Callus power action right now. Seems like there's not really gonna be a much better time to use it. Yep. There we go. Showing a handful of permanents to a handful of events. Question is, what does he take? I think you could make an argument for taking the balanced force. There's also an argument for taking a 0 to try and play your Phoenix Nest later this turn. It goes for the 0. All right. Now keep in mind, he forgot an extra resource off the Ahsoka Saber Resolve at the end of the last round, so he should have 3 money here, which would make it a lot more likely that he could actually play 4. And there we go. And just resolves the Padawan. Mills hits the standard issue. Here comes Callus. Discard and damage. We'll see if that draws the balance the force. Or no, it wouldn't draw balance the force because he doesn't have enough carries without shields. But man, this this mill deck is really shielding up hard. You don't even have to do. Yeah, oh yeah, you would have spent that charm token to max. Charm on the Padawan again. There's Callus discard, hits the on guard. So basically 1 damage. He's just gonna Cloud City. He already knows what's in the hand. So it's basically just a fancy way of passing without actually passing. Yeah, that's what Gameslayer says. You saw it already, but okay. Vika says in top form over here. I think they both kind of know it was a pointless play. Gameslayer989. He just sent a blank message. Okay. 2 to Leia. I'm not sure why you would do that. You know that he has balanced the force. I don't know why you would resolve that die at that point in time. Alright, here comes the Ahsoka. Now watch him hit a bunch of modifiers and no base side. See? What'd I tell you? Now Vika also has a chance to balance the force and get full value from it, whereas if he had waited, he would have had to balance the force to only remove 1 die without, or maybe get 1 shield out of it. But yeah, I mean, when you're playing against Vika, those little 1 damage swings end up meaning a whole lot. Training Saber, deal a damage, play the Obi Saber out. Gets a blank. Now Vika's in a position where he's got everything he wants. Gameslayer has to discard if he wants to get any value, and Vika can just remove whatever he rerolls into. He's looking at this deep meditation. I don't know. Does deep med work on non-character dice? I can't remember. Yeah, it does. Yep, and that is a 3-card mill from the deep med. Well played by Vika. Remember, because that Ahsoka Saber is a static increase. The Jarkai is artifact. Takes the discard, hits the balance the force. That's what you want to see. He's got to focus. Interestingly, he goes to damage there instead of the money to try and play the Phoenix Nest. Alright. So imagine we're going to see Bendu's. Question is, what's the call going to be? The call is 3. He misses, but he gets it onto essentially a blank. Ooh, he's doing it again. Oh, and he misses. I don't know why you would do that. I think that's just a straight up error by Vika. Like, it was art. Like, you don't really care if your opponent has shields if you're playing mill. No, don't reroll. Don't reroll. Take the 3 money and play the Phoenix Nest. Well, I guess actually there is actually a decent chance that he gets into lethal if he goes to the reroll. So maybe do reroll. I don't know. He's going for the kill, and he gets it. That is a dead Leia, and that might be game for Gameslayer. Smart move there, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head what the odds of that happening were, but it was like what? I think like unless any pairing of damage sides other than double ones gets the kill. Yeah. Are they walking it back? That's 11, not 12. What? Is he forgetting about Jerkai? Yeah, again, it looks like Gameslayer looks like it was just doing his math wrong. He forgot about the Jerkai, so he thought it was only doing 5 damage. And that's gonna be and Vika just scooped. So we are going into game 2. Gameslayer up 1. Vika, the tournament favorite, takes his first loss of the tournament. If you're just joining us now, this is the Mortis Invitational. Which means both players submitted 10 different decks that they get to choose from each game. Each player gets to ban 1 character. You can see the bans at the top of the screen. Vika banned Sice Noodles. Gameslayer banned Kieti Mundi. Let's go and show what else they brought. They're just talking about the game. Apparently, Gameslayer only runs 4 weapons in his deck, and he drew like both of them. Like he drew like the Dream Dark start round 1. So right. Let's see what they're gonna bring. Vika fighting for his life in the winner's bracket. Remember, this is a double elimination tournament, so you're not out if you lose here. But you definitely want to keep winning as long as possible. The winner of this match gets to play Malicious Moloch. The loser gets to play... Not actually sure. Let's see. Is that D'Arteo, I think? If I'm reading that correctly. I don't think I am. Are they saying anything, or are they just thinking? I think they're just thinking. I haven't been dropped from the table, have I? Stream still good? Davey rooting for Team USA. This is you're in the wrong place. This is Canada versus the UK. That'll be really interesting to see. Vika's got a bunch of kind of off meta decks, and Gameslayer also has a bunch of kind of off meta decks. We'll see what they end up pulling out. All right, looks like we have our deck from Gameslayer. It's Tarkin Talzin. Vika's still thinking. Oh, looks like Vika pulled something out. I'm gonna wait to see what happens when he actually pulls it out. Oh, card backs are weird. Oh, it looks like a bunch of stuff got deleted over there. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna reload the table. Oh shoot, is that gonna break my camera angles? I think it is. It is. It broke my camera angles. Okay. Well, we can fix that. So we're gonna make that camera too. Alright, so looks like Gameslayer drawn out the Target Talzin Vika, bringing Kira Sun. Kira Sun did win him a game in his last match against Jeff Olivia. Gameslayer just a big fan of this Target Talzin deck, running Jawa Trade Route. We'll see how that ends up working out for him. Is that a good camera angle? I think that's good. I think that's... Alright, I think that's a good camera angle. Right, alright. It looks like a hard mull from Gameslayer. Ooh, double blue milks. He's got the Grand Moff. Ooh, Grand Moff with Jawa Trade Route. That's gonna be interesting to see. Vika, he opens the Ataru, which is obviously great. Yeah, he's gonna get that Ataru turn 1 because of the Path to Mastery. Path to Mastery, both these players playing a lot of Path to Mastery decks. It's just really, really good. It's no Vika just gets to pick because he lost the first game. Gameslayer just saying, "Oh yeah, right." All right, so we are going to Jawa's trade route. Oh no. We'll see if Alright, so we're gonna open with a target power action. We'll see if he actually goes for the double blue milk play. Oh god, that would be insane. So both the Tarus there means that you can't really stop one of them from coming down. You could trade removal, pop for Headstrong. I think that's a decent play, actually. And that's what he's gonna do. To accept the crucial intel. I mean, now that he knows the hand, he knows this blue milk play should probably work. Although Kira's discard sides might mess that up a bit. And she gets one. You gotta be careful of your Gameslayer. Because that discard could actually really mess you up. Ooh, he's going for the blue milk. Let's see if that discard gets resolved. Even if it does, he has a backup plan in the uncompromising. But I do want to see this Grand Moff come down. Love this display with hand vision cams. RT, nice work. Thank you. It really adds a lot. Alright. Here's the Ataru. So not resolving the discard just yet. You know, is he gonna go for the oh he's just gonna go for the uncompromising. Boo. Boo. I wanted the Grand Moff. Maybe we'll get it on the back end. Here comes the sun. Da 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 da. It's alright. Alright, and here comes Tarkin. It's the focus on the uncompromising, which means you can focus into money. Eventually play this, or he actually has the focus on the Tarkin. So you go focus into money and money. Take 3 blue milk. Play the Grand Moff. Now Vika's in a position where he has to figure out if he wants to CO anything. And it looks like he's not going for the CO. He's going for a reroll. If you're Gameslayer, you want to see that those dice off of discard sides. Ooh. Ooh. He's keeping the dollar. He's rolling the discard sides. He rolls into no discard sides, which means we very well could see this Graham off come down. But Vika is also going to get a ton of damage this turn. Do it, Gameslayer. Do it. Focus into money. Oh, he did it. He did it. It's happening. The question is Vika going to CO the money? Or is he going to try and reroll back into discards? Taking a reroll. I think he's looking at both those Sundice and the Kira 1. Yep. And he hits a discard side. Ooh. Now Vika resolves that one. That discard side. It's a 50-50 shot to hit the Graham off. And a 50-50 shot to make him work harder. Vika says, not impressed with my 3 rolls on all these dice. 3, not impressed at all. Gameslayer says, I'm pretty happy right now. Oh, it's gonna get scary soon. Oh god. There's still 50-50 shot that he just discards the Graham off. Oh, he hit it. Ah. Rough. It do be like that sometimes. That Graham off would have been really fun to see with the Shadow Trade Route. Here comes Talzin. Hopefully gonna heal some of that. And one of it. Let's see, is he gonna go for Talzin or is he gonna go for Tarkin? It's Talzin. Alright. Going for Talzin can be kind of risky with the Rise Agains. Three indirect. I think Vika's taking the lead early on. 6 damage turn 1, plus you ramped into the Ataru. Gameslayer only able to get down uncompromising. If Gameslayer had gotten Graham off, I think this is a different game. Well, actually 7 damage there because the power action. But Vika's already forcing Gameslayer to go onto the back foot. We're gonna see the Jawa trade route. And that's a 1. But Gameslayer's already on the defensive. He lost the opportunity to play the Graham off. Vika got Nataru. And Vika drew the Force Valor, which means this Sun is going to 3 this turn. And some other good removal. Vika did draw into some good permanents also, though. And a Sanction, which is going to be really good for the Sun. And an Intel Breach, which could actually get in the Graham off back. There's still a chance, boys. Yeah, there's no point in targeting really here. I think you just use Intel Breach twice. Because you know you got 4 events to hit. That is what you want to see if you are Gameslayer right now. Those Intel breaches. He just told Vika to keep them. Sun going up the 3 dice. So let's see. So Gameslayer's at 6 money. He wants to play this. He wants to play the sanction for the 3 dice on Sun. I think he's deciding whether or not he actually wants to pull back the Grand Moff. Alright, goes for the general for now. Yep. Bring in Kira. Double discard. Ooh. We'll see if he takes that. Raising Tarkin before Intel breaching. Interesting. So I think he's decided that he probably doesn't want to go for the Grand Moff. Gets the money you would need for it though. And some other good stuff. Trick. Can I hit ones? I don't like. Let's see. The balance for Balance of the Force is 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, the balance is actually in favor of Gameslayer, which means this Balance of the Force can't be played to full effect here. Although it would only get the 2 shields on Kira, not on the Sun. Vika is deciding what he wants to do about this. None of this is particularly threatening immediately. It's just like value. Vika thinking. Ooh, goes for the CO onto the target focus. Interesting. I wonder what his decision point was there. Has to take the money. Vika's got to see if he wants to use these discards here. They would actually get him some decent value. I think there's a very real chance we actually do see this Grand Moff come down because of the Intel breach. But first, here comes the sun. Da 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 da. Oof! One-way ticket to Wifferton. Except on that Atari. That is a good hit. And this sanction can come down now or it can come down later. There's a sort of interesting game going on within this game where Gameslayer is trying to get Vika off the threat of re-rolling those, of resolving those discards. Vika doesn't actually want to resolve the discards. Interesting. But at the same time, like if you do plays like that, where you discard stuff out of the hand, then you kind of ooh, Kara's roll back into discards. And now you gotta decide if you want to resolve this intel breach at all, because this is pretty much gonna be your last chance. And he goes for it. All right. And it's gonna be, is it gonna be the Grand Moff? Vika says, holy fuck these rolls. Vika, you're one to complain. Alright, wait. We're figuring out what the intel breach is. Don't resolve the discards yet. So Vika's actually, or Gamestar's gonna get out of this round without having to use the sanction. Oh, he goes for the blue milk. Not the... Ooh, and he heads the uncompromising. Oof. Pretty rough. Pretty rough there, all things considered. I'm not sure why he went for the blue milk. He already had enough money to play everything he wanted. I'm not actually sure why he did that. Talzin coming in hot. He does have this general here, which can be beneficial big time. Like, resolving the entire early. Interesting. Ooh! Back into the 3. We might be looking at a 2-0 here. Prepping for Rise again? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Do both these decks run Rise again? I'm not actually sure if Vika's does. I know at least the old versions of Tarkin Talzin ran Rise again. I'm not sure if this current one does. There's a disrupt off the Jawa trade route. And is he gonna get shields? Yep. If I get claimed. Yeah. Could also be Emperor. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have any of that in hand. I don't know. And he draws into General, a lot of removal. With 6 resources again. Vika gets the 4 cents, and ooh, what's this card? Infamy. But only if you exactly one character on your pool, deal indirect number of dice in their pool. Oh, it's like a kind of scorched earth thing. Just want as much as possible. Yeah. But he had he could have gone and actually played something though. All right, here comes the Targan PA. So he's gonna know that he has to play around that thing. He's also got Weave the Ichor here. Spot of which to play from an opponent's discard pile. So we can get rid of 2s, 1s, and 4s here if he wants. I think there's like, yeah, I'd probably want to remove this infamy just to not have to worry about it. Probably should dump the sanction. Yeah, there's also, yeah, that also makes sense because Talisman's your only direct damage aside from like random range sides on the upgrades. I don't know. They also, yeah. Well, depends on how defensive you want to play this round. Even if you can play around it. Yeah, I suppose you can actually with double sanction stuff. I think that makes sense. So yeah, you actually can play around Infamy here. Take the Force Sense for sure. Double Tap Command. Um. Well, I think he wants to play this general though. Force Sense does kind of make sense. General PA can make things direct damage. Oh, it actually can. Yeah, you're right. Um. Ooh, whiffs on the uncompromising, but hits the 2 discard on the general. And here's the Force Sense, which is gonna hit the discard. I think I'm just one of the only ones who took Gameslayer in this matchup. Yeah, and you might end up being vindicated. So it's interesting. He decides to activate Tarkin. He decides to keep the general in hand, but not play it on Tarkin, knowing that Talzin has been Vika's target. So now if he wants to play it, he has to play it on the character that's marked for destruction. So he's in a bit of a weird spot. Seeing Talzin versus Vika is a perfect, not gonna lie. Yeah. Malak says he's not looking forward to playing whoever wins this. Yep. Would be even better for Vader though, right? Yeah, I mean, imagine like this deck with Vader. That would actually be like pretty insane. Having Tarkin and all these ways to discard cards, and then Vader to punish it. That would actually be pretty insane. All right, so he goes for the general. And there's going to be a sanction coming here. On these Sundays. Ooh, hitting specials though. Kind of wish he kept that command now. That is a pretty insane roll for Sun. And just in general. Like I just says nice. There's a really good value sanction. But he still has to deal with these. With all these other dice. And now, Vika can resolve one of these care dice, which would put him in a position where he could infamy whenever. He's also thinking about contentious opportunity here to get one of these Sun dice back. It's let's see. I don't even know what I would do. Like, I mean, you got to think Talisman's going to be coming into the pool soon. You want to get an Infamy if possible, but GameStar also knows it's coming, and there are things you can do to play around it. Um, like this general power action could hit discard or something. Which could also punish you if you decide to contentious. So I think Vika is making the right opportunity and deciding to not contentious here. The question is if he tries to set up the infamy or not. But there could also be a benefit in trying to draw the general power action right now, but I don't know if it outweighs the loss of any rerolls in the future. Who's actually reconsidering the contentious? Force Gameslayer to make a decision to use the general PA. There is also the threat of the action sheet there uh is real. It's not like huge in terms of like potentially getting a kill. It's like the likelihood of rolling enough damage to get a kill there is it's there, but it's not super high. So I could take precautions. I think, yeah, I don't think you play contentious here. I don't think you do. Oh, he's doing something with it. Might be playing it. Might be re-rolling with it. Re-rolling with it kind of makes more sense at least. And it is gonna be a re-roll. And he gets the 4-cent special. Man. Those are the Vika rolls that we are used to. Now, on Gameslayer side, you gotta consider playing, like using this general power action for discard. You also gotta consider going for the action sheet. He goes for, ooh, interesting. Interesting, he goes for the Talisman PA. Gets into the dollar again. Okay. I think he's looking for to do something with magical liquor. Vega's got, what has he got in discard? He's got tricks. He's got COs, but CO is offline right now. He has sanction, I guess. I think he has headstrong, but headstrong is also offline right now. If I'm Vega, I'm either resolving some of those, like the Ataru and Valor special to prevent the action sheet kill, or I'm resolving one of those discards to set up the, or not one of those discards, one of the damages to set up infamy. Shows it how worried about he is about the action sheet kill. See, I take many, play command. He doesn't have. But his magical ichor. Magical ichor only works in an opponent's discard pile. You can't play command. Current sense, regular contentious, massive greed. If you could do that, I think that would be right. Probably. But you can't. Yep, so Vika's setting up the infamy. And we're gonna see an Icker come down for what's it gonna be? Any other removal in the pile? I know there's Trick, but Trick doesn't do anything right now. I know there's Charm Offensive, but again, that doesn't do anything right now. I'm not sure there's anything in there that actually does anything. I think there's Sanction, but you can't even play Sanction. And Gameslayer says in chat, you don't have what I thought was in there. I don't think I can use Trick to reveal Magical Icker. Yeah, I don't think you can. I don't know what he thought was in there. Let's see if they're looking, I can look. Yeah, just a bunch of garbage. Oh, he thought he had Balance of the Force. Oh, that would have been a game changer. Easy kill the turn. He took both eyes. Yeah, I think what he should have done, he should have discarded the second sanction with the target power action instead of command. Yep, so that was just a waste of money and a card there. That's rough. And now Vika has the perfect infamy setup. And he's gonna be able to play a lot of defense with these specials. So I think we might see a game 3. There is a chance for the 1 in 36 CI kill though. I don't think you're ever gonna get 3 out of this Atarius, which probably makes sense to just resolve it for 2. He's considering the 4 cents now. Alright, if I can puts the thinking in chat. Not the trademark just the word thinking. Yeah, it was a huge mistake by Gameslayer. Didn't even check the discard pile. Like I mean if he did have Balance of the Wars that would have been big, but you know. It's Vika's action. He can't be considering Chem Strike here, right? Yeah, seriously considering playing Chem Strike right now. I'd say just resolve a Taro and slow play it. I almost want to tell him to hurry up. Okay, this is taking a long time. Alright, there we go. There's the Taro. Come on. Come on. Take 2 shields. Now you deal 2 damage. Yes. There we go. Now he's gonna do the Valor. I don't know what he's gonna Valor for. Probably just a damage and a heal. He's playing this aggressively. He's gonna go to the 2. Alright, Infamy can get potentially 6. Probably less. Let's see. You could also potentially general for reroll here on the Tarkin die. That would be interesting to see. You go for discard. He knows that the Infamy is there and the Chem Strike is there. That's like a lot of burn. The uncompromising hitting blank here actually has really messed this turn up for Gameslayer. Had it been able to attack the hand, this would have been a different turn. He's going for shields. All right. Playing defensively. You just pass, right? No reason to do anything. Yep. Ooh, he's not doing the CI. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's a misplay. Because he knows about the Infamy. Ooh, gets a bunch of shields. No healing off the Talisman roll in. And he says no odd with the little angry face in chat. And Vika says, oh baby. So imagine we're going to see Infamy here. Yup. There we go. 5 damage. Going across the table. Gameslayer only has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 health left. And soon to be 8. Yeah, where did the Balance of the Force card go? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, he actually should have had Balance of the Force and discard. Wait a minute. I think it actually ended up in the bag. It was. Oh, I think it actually he ended up putting it in the deletion bag. Oh, shoot. Wait. Well, we can't rewind now. We can't. We're too far ahead. I don't want to alert until because we've already gone so far ahead. It does change things, but like it. I don't want to rewind all the way. It's because so many things have changed. It's technically because technically playing the magical Ichor to do nothing is actually a legal play. Yeah. Oh, yeah, not yeah. I think I. Okay, wait. Are we waiting for something? Whose action is it? I think. Wait, I guess like. Okay. Or I guess like you could easily just play it where it removes the Force Sense die. Um. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Yeah, I think this is appropriate. If they agree. All right. So in the chat, I'll just read the logs. So I said I pulled the card out of the trash. I said not going to rewind, but that should be in discard. GameStar says thinking. Wait, are you telling me that was a card I thought was in there? Was Vika says, oh crap. I say, if you guys want to rewind, you can, I guess. GameStar says we can rewind, or we can just say the die isn't there, I guess. Vika says, sorry, GameSlayer, my temper tantrum caused that. GameSlayer says, where was it? Vika says, I think in the trash. I said, the bag. GameSlayer says, okay. GameSlayer says, I was so confident it was in there, I didn't even check the discard pile before playing the card, and I was really embarrassed. And Vika says, oh, sorry, man, definitely my fault. Yeah, so if you just, it's actually not like a huge deal. It affects like some decision points, I think, but not many. So if they're okay with it, I'm fine with that. And GameStar says, yes, I had 3 sanctions in hand, basically. And Vega says, no, didn't get shields. Yeah, I don't think you would have, because I think he would have had more cards. Or at least like the same amount of cards. Alright, here's the reroll. Keeps the 3 shields on general. I think that's a smart choice. Hits the 3, hits some focuses. Yeah, no, the 2 shields wouldn't have been a thing. You gotta take your shields. Take the shields, because... Is that a dead sun? I think that is. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, pretty much. Takes 3 shields. Yeah, you can still get there. Alright. Wow, Gameslayer come back really well from this. No, nothing to steal from the Jawa trade route. And then that's a dead sun. And is Viking going to scoop here, or is he going to play it out? Ooh, he does draw into an Everybody Profits and a Chem Strike. Oh, I keep playing. Ooh, but if I could, or GameStar does have a resource here. Okay, so I was thinking, wow, GameStar really suck on that play, but it was Vega's fault. Should have known. Yep. All right. So the target power action should get rid of this Everybody Profits unless Vega just plays it right now. Gameslayer is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 health. Ooh, goes for the Chem Strike first. Get somebody from Kira. get a resource off her. All right. So here comes the CI. Vika's hoping for a whiff. That's not a whiff. That's 4 discard. Gameslayer only does have 5. Does only have 5 health left. And that 3 shields is gonna make this really hard. There's a decent chance that Gameslayer can win this turn. Just double discards. Woof. Wow. He does hit the rise again. Let's see. Yeah, but there's absolutely enough in the tank for Gameslayer to just win. Only needs to do 12, and he can get that with. And he has the 1,000 power action, so it's actually going to be. Actually, he does have to get max, but he has the 2 focus, so I don't think it's going to be particularly hard. Vika does have a shot to kill this Tarkin off the Jawa trade route, though. And even if Gameslayer doesn't get to kill this round, he has the action sheet for next round. Oh, there's a 3. Claim he's hoping for the 2. Oh. Oh, he gets it. That's a dead Tarkin. That's gonna prevent the focus. Oh my god. All right. There's a chance. I think Vika still has a copy of Everybody Profits left in deck. Freaking Vika. Oh my god. One in 6. All right, and he gets the 9 out of the 12 that he needs. Odds are high of an action sheet kill, but Vika has priority. Sally coming as soon as Kira whiffed. Ooh, Vika has infamy. No, Everybody Profits though. I don't think it's gonna matter. Like Gameslayer probably just wins off this action sheet. Oh wait, he actually has his magical anchor, so he can just play Everybody Profits from Vika's discard. Just do it. You have game in hand right now. Yeah, there we go. And Gameslayer989, aka New Brainer, taking it down. Gameslayer says crucial intel, good plot. And Vika says, not sure I could 3 rounds without triggering Kira if I tried another 100 games. But you go Charmed if you wanted, yeah. Who knew the match like could be so profitable? Alright. Gameslayer moves on. He's going to face Malicious Malak in the top 4 of the winner's bracket. Vika loses here, but he'll have another shot in the loser's bracket. Gameslayer, he had a tough route to get here. He played Norman and Vika, 2-0ing both of them. Norman, the current world champion, Vika, the number 1 seed in this tournament. And he beats both of them, dismantles them with alacrity. Yeah, I think it's a good thing we definitely caught that balance of the force thing, because if that force sense die had been there, it would have been a very different game. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay alert for more coverage of the Mortis Invitational. Destiny Jr. will be streaming a lot of it as the tournament gets into its later stages. Thank you all for tuning in.